Hey guys, I'm not put up much. I can't bloody speak. I've not put up much footage recently. Not that it's been very consistent anyway, but obviously I have been doing a lot of forging in the background. And obviously I don't know if you remember my video, um, forging my first axe. This was that little hand axe, little hatchet, the one that I punched the eye on, and a laminated spring steel blade in there on mild steel. Tiny little thing it is. But it was it'll be a year ago in May they made this. Kind of experimenting, trying to get into it. And this was the second attempt, much larger. Same again, mild steel with a spring steel edge forge welded into it on a hickory handle. And it works well. Anyway, since then, I picked up a block of Yen 9 steel. So I've just been making, or just playing around with different designs. Improved my tool and obviously made a much bigger press. This is a nice little carbon axe that I made. Wants the edge polishing up, to be fair, but it cuts well. I mean, that's literally just off the belt. I took it to the woods the other day. Some private property. And was just testing it out on some trees, obviously they've been fell. Delimbing them and splitting. It worked really nice. And then since then I've been working through different profiles. So that's again like another carver. So this is EN9. It's got the maker's mark there, stamped, the hammer and hilt. And obviously playing around with profiles, and these are some that I've made. So again, that's almost like a bearded, like a Peterson style, but I used heat treated this so obviously the back of the head works well as a hammer and a pole. And then another bearded, a bit more traditional style that. It's worked out quite nice. Again, the heat treat, you can just see the gold tint on this. It's not, needs to polish these up properly. Not ground the pole on that one. Obviously need to fit handles. And then obviously a couple more. These are like the Peterson style axes that I've made. A friend requested one. So much smaller head on it. A bit more aggressive looking, to be honest. And that's probably one of my favourites. This style here. Which is obviously what that paper template's from, well, card. Just decided to make a copy because I quite like the look of it. I intend to make, a few different styles. I'm fantastic. I think that's fantastic. There's a hell of a way from where I started. Granted, I'd been forging on and off for about 10 years. I've done lots of little projects like that little. Where is it now? This little laminated blade that I made. Made this a long time ago. So as you can see that the delamination on it here. Blue on the other side. This was a good few days of work. This was you can just see, it'll focus. The patterns in that. That was old files and springs, that was. Holds a really nice edge, to be honest, even though that's obviously delaminated. I use it for whittling every now and then. And then obviously a bit more common style. These are just so it's like a boot knife, I guess. Lots of wood carvers. So that video I had of me doing the wood carving knives, these are some of the finished pieces. Just trying out different handle designs, like ergonomics. I quite like these ones where they've got the swell in them. They seem to fit really well. And, they cut well as well, so that's pretty nice. There's more to show you the axes, obviously. This is obviously what I've been getting on with. And I will start filming. I'm just making, anyway, the purpose of the video, sorry. I'm just redesigning my drifts. I quite like these handles I've been getting from it's like a Richard Carter style handle, hickory. They're all fairly similar designs, so I'm just taking references of one of their handles. I'm going to make a drift as close to it as I can for the final drift. Because this is my initial drift. Obviously punch the hole, send that drift through, and then drive these ones in. So I'm going to remake the drift, the final drift anyway, to close to these handles, so there's less work on it putting it together. I suppose the one last thing I can show you on top of those carving knives is these are some hammerheads that I've made. It's inspired by like a Japanese style. So it's rounded on the front, flat on the back. It's a bit longer, a bit thinner here obviously, bit of a swell. Focus. Doesn't seem to want to focus. There we are. Yeah, quite happy with them. Quite enjoy it. Quite fun to forge, to be honest. So I'll get some handles on them and test them out. There's obviously like more of a sort of like a Scandinavian style, I guess. I'm going to reforge this front. I'm not happy with the front, and probably engrave it like I've done the others. So anyway, guys, it was just more of a quick catch-up video where we're up to regarding the axes. And you know, if you're interested, I'll get some footage of me film, you know, forging these. And I eventually start looking at selling some. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you later.